You ever had the feeling that you was dying? Just think of the worst feeling that you could have. I look like a little boy standing next to him.
And you really believe that?
Yeah, I'm always trying to be better.
So when you look at this, do you look at any one of these and you say, this is where I was flawless, the best ever?
No.
None of them. You don't look at it like that.
No.
So what do you think about when you see this?
That don't look too bad.
That's
it.
It.
Look okay. I could have been better.
You could have been better.
Yeah. And every last one of them. Just didn't do everything right, you know. If I'd have did everything right, I would have been better.
Which was the closest call that you would say, this one was a close call, I could have lost this one?
2001, which one is 2001?
2001 is...
Probably that one, huh?
Yeah, right there, that's the one.
Yeah, that's the one that I got up that morning, I was going to the hospital.
That's
my nutritionist talked me out of it. Because I thought I was dying. Felt like I was dying. You ever had the feeling that you was dying?
Panic attack, I felt like I was having a heart attack, but not dying.
No, I felt like I was dying.
Literally?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I couldn't walk. I couldn't get out of bed. And I felt awful. Like, just think of the worst feeling that you could have. And your whole body is aching and you're in pain and you feel awful.
Mm-hmm.
And you just feel like you about to, you know, pass out at any minute. Because I had fainted the night before. I did pass out. When I was putting on my tan, I fell backwards in the tub. 1 minute I was wide awake, and the next minute I was waking up in the tub like, whoa, what happened?
Is it the body fat percentage being very low and you're just lightheaded, or you just kind of needed some water? Because I know he told you to drink some water, and I kind of fixed a lot of it.
Yeah, that fixed everything. That fixed everything. I drank a whole gallon.
Were you on diuretics? Were you on anything?
Yeah, well,
okay.
I guess, I don't know, I can't say for sure. He was my nutritionist and he gave me everything, you know, pretty much.
He gave you everything, pretty much so.
Yeah, he put some in a glass and said, drink this.
Yeah, what happened to Paul Dillette one time, right? When he cramped up on stage because he
I
had
don't
too
think
much...
I don't think he did what he was told to do. I think the nutritionist told him to do something. He's like, oh, if I do it this way, it'll be that much better.
So he just didn't listen to his nutritionist.
He didn't listen.
I got it.
Yeah.
By the way, how big of a role does your nutritionist play in winning? It's, you know how...
Had I not had it, I wouldn't have won.
That big of a role?
That big of a role.
Was it the same one those 8 years when you won back-to-back? Same one. How much trust did you have in his feedback?
1,000% trust. I did every single thing he told me to do.
Got it. Was he a nutritionist for multiple people or only you?
Multiple people.
Okay.
Me, Flex. Flex is one that told me to go to him.
Is this Chad you're talking about? Chad Nichols? Okay. So he was somebody that people were using. He wasn't somebody...
everybody was using him.
Everybody was
Chris,
using him.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah, that's interesting. So you got, one, you got to find the right nutritionist. Two, you got to trust what he tells you to take and don't question it. Interesting. These are backstories, you know, that no one knows about. By the way, did anybody ever try to pull any kind of pranks on you backstage?
Never.
Never?
Never.
Why not?
Everybody's so involved in, I mean, it's so stressful. You got so much to remember and think about. You can't, ain't no time to joke around.
Nobody played mind games like the way you hear in Iron Man with what Arnold was doing to Lou Ferrigno?
Yeah, back when they were doing it, you know, they wasn't making no money or nothing. This is our livelihood, you know. This is how we make our money.
Got it.
So everybody is straight, 1,000% serious. There's no joking around whatsoever. So, nobody's even in the mood to joke. Everybody's in a bad mood, too.
No one's talking to each other backstage?
Nobody's talking to each other. We all in the same room ain't saying nothing to each other. Everybody's got their head down, thinking about what they got to do once they get out there on stage.
Nothing?
Nothing.
You know how sometimes in wrestling they say, one of the wrestlers who's a world champion, he says, I hug my opponent to see how much... Would you guys hug to see how hard, you know, how...
Nobody's making no contact, no talking, no nothing.
Not even, hey, Ronnie, how you doing? How's family?
Nothing.
Not even Flex, your boy?
Not even Flex, your boy. Everybody's game face. They're like, oh, we going to war with each other.
Did you ever have any kind of altercations with anyone on stage or backstage?
No, never.
I know sometimes you guys do the elbows. Jay one time shot an elbow at you, and you guys kind of went back and forth.
I don't even remember. I don't even remember. I never even thought about that kind of stuff, of course, everybody jockeying for position, so we shoving each other around on stage, yeah.
But you're not even
you're not thinking about who's doing it or what.
But you weren't even temperamental guy. You were not a fighter in high school. It's not like you lose your
no.
cool or anything.
No,
You're a pretty chill guy,
no,
easygoing guy.
I never even had a fight in high school or college.
Ever?
Ever.
You've never had a fist fight?
Never.
You've never had a fist fight?
Never.
You've never punched somebody in the face?
Never.
Not even as a cop?
Well.
What? Let's not go too far with that. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I got tears in my eyes, man. That's funny. So, but what I'm saying is you're a pretty calm guy.
Yeah, pretty calm.
So, I'm looking at all your victories. I mean, at the Mr. Olympia when you competed from 92, you placed 16. Mm-hmm. And then in 93, you're out.
I didn't qualify.
You didn't qualify because you didn't have,
I didn't make top 3 in show.
And then 94, you're back and you compete. This is the one that Yates wins. So Yates first, then it's Sean Ray, LeBron, Dillette fourth. Oh, wow. Okay, Cormier 6th, Porter 5th, El Sombati 7th, Munzer is 9th, and then Aaron Baker's 12th, and then you're 15th place, and you got $1,000. Now, when you were given this massive check of $1,000, what'd you do?
Oh, man, I was the happiest guy ever.
Were you literally?
I went out and bought a big screen TV.
And you remember it till today with the $1,000?
Yeah, of course I do.
Then you go 11th. But 11th, it says you got no money, though. They didn't pay money on in the 1995, or
yeah,
they did?
They did.
Still a small amount, though.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah, probably another 1,000.
And in 96, you win your 6th. You beat Cormier. Any time with Dillette, was Dillette any time a threat to you? Were you like, Dillette, maybe somebody I need to go through, or not really?
Yeah. Yeah, same with Dillette.
Same thing with Dillette, because I would figure you guys are the big boys, you know? So then in 97, you place 9th. You go from 6th, you drop off to 9th. So now Cormier and Fuchs beat you. Lee Priest, your best friend, beats you.
Lee beat me in that show?
Lee beat you in that show. He's 6th.
What?
You don't remember? In 97, he beat you. He's 6th. You're 9th.
I blocked everything out.
I blocked everything out. By the way, this is the one that El Sombati should have won, right? That a lot of people say 97.
Yeah.
Is he somebody that when you saw it, you said, this is an impressive, like, were you fully impressed by El Sombati's physique?
Yeah, I was. Mm-hmm.
Would you put him like peak big guys, like even more impressive at his peak than Dorian Yates?
Yeah.
You put El Sombati ahead of Yates as impressive?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's a big statement, Ronnie.
Yeah, but you wasn't there. You didn't see him.
I'm asking you for you to say, because from your perspective, that's a big
from my
statement.
Perspective, yeah. That's what I saw.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought he should have won easy.
I remember in an interview one time, he said he hated the gym. Like, he wasn't the guy that liked it, El Sombati. El Sombati says he would go to it.
Flex said that same thing, too.
Yeah, he says he didn't like the gym, but he would go to it because he was also very technical and data guy, and,
he's smart, real smart guy. One of my best friends.
El Sombati?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I talk to him all the time.
How was his personality?
Nicest guy you ever want to meet.
El Sombati?
Nicest guy ever.
Wow. How about Yates? Yates and you had relationships?
No, I never talked to him.
You guys never spoke at all?
No.
Him not reaching out to you, never reaching out to him? Is it etiquette in the world of Mr. Olympia where you win, the guy prior to you sends you a call and says, hey man, congratulations? No. That's not etiquette in Mr. Olympia, period?
Not period, not
okay, okay, that's interesting. So then 98, you win. You go from 9th to 1st.
Yeah.
And then from there you go beat Flex again next year. Cormier's now 3rd, LeBron's 4th, Sean 5th, El Sombati 6th, and then Dexter Jackson is kind of coming up.
Yeah.
And then your first, LeBron is now 2nd. How did you view LeBron's physique? Because to me, LeBron's physique was out of this world as well.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
What's the biggest difference for you from Kevin and Flex's physique?
Flex had better shape.
He had better shape.
Yeah, I think Flex had better shape than me. He just didn't have work ethic.
Got it, yeah.
And he didn't have dedication.
To the game.
Yeah. Flex told me he work out and go to strip club.
So he had a dedication to women at least.
Yeah. I work out. I'm going to work.
Are you in contact right now with Flex?
Yeah, my best friend in the world.
How's he doing, by the way?
He's doing okay. He got a real nice attitude about losing his leg and everything.
And you know what's crazy about Flex? Everybody likes him, respects him, and views him as one of the greatest bodybuilders ever.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
You put him there as well.
Yeah.
What was LeVron's strength when you looked at LeVron's?
Kevin. He had everything except, you know, he just missing some legs.
Legs for
Yeah.
Kevin?
Yeah.
Okay.